Right, time now for the business news, and Will Hildebrandt is back in the studio with me. Hi there, Will. Starting, as we always do, with a look at the markets.
Yeah, opening up just at the top of the hour. We're going to follow this because yesterday Wall Street closed with record highs, so we wanted to see if there's any similar positive sentiment in Europe. But the opening bell, bit of a different story. London FTSE down 0.5%, the CAC 40 down 0.5%, DAX down just below the flat line. Mining really in the spotlight there. We'll get to that a little bit later. In Asia, we also saw the Nikkei way down, largely due to a strong yen and a slight gain just below the flat line, actually, for the Kospi, which was closed Monday for a bank holiday. Shanghai Composite down 0.5% as well. Hang Seng, the only Asian market, finishing in the green. Oil prices, we also saw rallying Monday, 3%, down nearly 0.75% today. That might just be because of how much they rallied on Monday. So there is some optimism that there might be an agreement between global oil producers to trim that production, but that remains to be seen.
Okay, well, it's summertime, but some tourist destinations in Europe, North Africa, and the Mediterranean have seen a marked drop-off in visitors in recent months.
Yeah, that's right. France is the most visited country in Europe, so we are used to being inundated with people here in the French capital, right? But we have seen a drop-off, and a lot of this is because of fears of terrorism or domestic instability in some countries, and also the refugee crisis keeping holidaymakers away. One country, though, is thriving amidst the upheaval. Spain is in the midst of a tourism boom as vacationers are increasingly picking it over other destinations. Brian Quinn has more.
Picture postcard beaches, rich cultural heritage, and a growing gastronomy scene. Spain is on the rise as a vacation destination, with a 30% increase in foreign tourists over the last 5 years.
Spain is very good. People are very nice.
We choose Spain because it has very beautiful beaches.
The boom here comes as other destinations renowned for their tourist draw are seeing a marked decline. Years of political instability have driven down tourism across the Middle East and North Africa, with Egypt reporting a 60% drop in visitors this year alone. Terror threats have taken their toll as well. Hotel bookings in the French Riviera dropped by up to 30% following the July 14th terror attack in Nice, according to the Economy Ministry. Despite warnings from Islamic State that the country is a target, Spain has largely been spared the violence that has recently touched France, Germany, and the UK. Foreign tourism to Spain in the first half of 2016 was up 12% compared to 2015. Tourist spending for June was up 12.7% compared to last year.
Cultural tourism is very significant for us to bring people in. It's important to show off our city.
Spain is increasingly coming to rely on tourism to prop up its economy as it emerges from a recent recession. The economy is expected to grow 2.9% this year, with tourism now accounting for 14% of the country's GDP. Some worry that an over-reliance on tourism could be dangerous for the economy if the current trend reverses. But for now, Spain is enjoying its time in the sun.
All right, well, let's take a quick look now at some of the day's other business headlines. And BHP Billiton has reported a record net loss of 5.7 billion euros. The mining giant has suffered amid a collapse in commodity prices and slowdown in demand from China. After write-downs and charges, underlying profit slumped 81%. And Twitter may soon be on Apple TV, as a social media app known for its 140-character limit continues to develop its live streaming services. That's according to a New York Times article. Twitter has already reached deals to live stream news, sports, and other material.
Finally, Will, if you're flying from London to New York on British Airways, you may land feeling hungry.
Yes, I know I would.
Me too.
Airline, like others, has long offered 2 meals for transatlantic flights, but that has changed. Now, instead of the usual second meal, economy class passengers flying on some transatlantic flights, or all transatlantic flights that are less than 7 hours, will be offered a fun-sized chocolate bar in place of the second meal. Now, this has typically been a cost-saving move of low-cost airlines. Now, British Airways parent company IAG has warned that the Brexit fallout could affect its revenues.
Ooh.
But it seems stingy to me. And I don't know if it's because I'm selfish and I want to stuff my face. But I prefer even a lousy airplane meal than a candy bar.
Well, I just love that it's very specific. It's a fun size chocolate bar. It's not the regular size. It's not the, it's the fun size. It's the mini.
It takes the fun out of the
It definitely takes the fun out of the flying, and we will be hungry on British Airways. So I'm not a fan of that move. Thanks very much, Will. That was Will Hildebrandt with the Business Roundup.